He's Troy Polamalu of the Steelers, their safety, joining us on the program. Did you watch the game last night, Troy?
No, I didn't.
Do you watch football at all when you're not playing?
Absolutely not.
Why?
I'll catch a high school football game here and there. I don't know. I've watched a lot of film. I kind of get my quench there, I guess.
But will you watch USC?
Yes, I will. My brother-in-law is the starting center for USC, so that's why I'll watch them.
Yeah, he's had some injuries.
Yeah, he's played really well this year, though.
All right. Last time you were on, you talked about concussions. You gave a pretty detailed description of your concussions. What was the reaction? Because I know from my perspective with people in the media, they said, how did you get him to talk about it? I said, I just asked him. You were very forthcoming with it, but did you get any feedback from teammates or the Steelers with what you said?
Not too much. As far as the media, I'm not too certain about that either because, I really don't listen to the radio that much either. But, no, not really from either end there. You
were very forthcoming about it. But you said, look, when you're done playing, then we'll have a conversation, which leads me to believe there's a whole lot more to this story than what you told me, a couple of weeks ago.
Possibly, but I also think that there's maybe some things that could be changed, and from the player's point of view as well as from the NFL front office point of view. But that's neither for me to comment on that at this moment.
Well, can you at least help me with that? Because I saw where the Redskins, they said that Robert Griffin III was banged up, clearly not wanting to state, if he had a concussion, how severe it was, that they wanted him to play. Calvin Johnson said he was pressured to play in a game, even though he had a concussion. So can you at least...
I don't know if it's just a concussion. For the most part, it has to do with just injuries in general. I think the biggest scare that any NFL player has is a stigma that they're injury prone or they're always getting injured. I'm not sure if many fans out there understand that we're really on year-to-year contracts. Unlike baseball, unlike basketball, I think maybe a major change there would be that if they start guaranteeing football players contracts, they would have less pressure to really go out there and push through injuries. But that's also, really the brute reality of our sport is that injuries are much of our sport as tackling and X's and O's are.
But Troy, I've said this before. I've railed against the Players Association. If it's that important to get guaranteed contracts, then fight for guaranteed contracts. I'm all for that. Certainly in your sport. Baseball gets it, basketball gets it, hockey gets it. Why not the NFL?
Well, for one is we probably wouldn't be playing football. We really don't have leverage. The sport of football at this point, I think, is so popular that, people will go watch the New England Patriots even when Tom Brady isn't playing, or people will watch the Pittsburgh Steelers no matter if, Ben Roethlisberger or James Harrison or anybody's playing. People, I think, in general are just such a big fan of the sport. So in that way, I think we lose a lot of leverage.
Well, you also have the commissioner who is judge and jury. How did that happen?
Well, I'm not sure the process of choosing commissioner. I believe that all 32 owners have the power for that.
He's Troy Polamalu. What's your status for the Bengals? I read where you're probably a no-go, but you got an official update for us?
That's a Coach Tomlin question. We're not privy to comment on any of our injuries regarding the future of. Okay,
how do you feel today?
Today I feel good. I feel good here, sitting here right now.
If there was a game tonight, could you play?
If there was a game tonight? I don't know. There isn't, so I don't want to speculate.
Well, that leads me to Troy Polamalu's School of Deeper Learning. Now, what is this going to be that you're coming up with here?
Well, we have an online course. We've if you check out Newsweek, we're just ahead of DeVry and Phoenix. It's Troy Polamalu School of Deeper Learning. It's deepliketroy.org.
Yeah.
And there'll be some online courses on how you can better manage your hair and beard.
And beard. Oh, okay. Yeah. Can you get it? Do you get a degree from this?
Yeah, you can win some certificates. It's called a certificate a deep achievement.
Does this school have a football team?
No, well, we don't have funding for that program yet.
Steelers, can you assess so far what you've seen of this team? Do you know how good you guys are, or where you would stand with everybody else in the NFL?
Well, the reality is we're 2-3, I believe.
Yeah.
Which isn't good enough. We've got a long ways to go. We got a lot of learning for sure to do as far as young guys picking up and veterans stepping in. There's just a lot of just really basic mistakes that we've made this year that we haven't made. We've been outperformed by teams. I hate to take credit away from the opponents that have beat us, but right now we're 2-3. We've still got a long ways to go for this football season to be over, so we'll see how we manage the rest of the year.
One of these days, we're going to have a deep conversation. We will try.
Well, we had a deep conversation
I know
last
that.
time.
I know. Look, sure. I find you fascinating. The fact that what you like, what you believe in, what you think, how you play. But I think there's a whole lot there that you're going to wait until you're done.
Dan, if you don't mind, can I give a shout out?
Absolutely.
There's a couple guys, friends of mine, Justin Myers and Aaron Shoup. All they do is they listen to your show, and they're like, man, Troy, you got to give us a shout-out sooner or later. We're big Dan Patrick fans, so I gave them their fans. I'm sure my phone's going to be ringing off the hook now. So.
All right. There's your shout-out. DeepLikeTroy.org. Good to visit with you, and good luck in the upcoming weeks there, Troy.
Thank you very much.
All right. Troy Polamalu.
All right. Have a good day.
All right. A fascinating guy.